And here is Andrew and Igor. How are you doing,
Yeah,
Andrew?
yeah. We had one event when when Alex put the song from Back to the Future
Oh,
from the movie. That was really fun at the beginning. Like,
nice. An intro one.
yeah.
Yeah,
But then
beautiful.
we've got a penalty from the owner of the
Ah,
movie. So
oh
yeah,
my.
we had to sell all our flats and everything to cover it. So there is
So
no more
you're
chance
good
to do
now?
the same. Yeah,
So now you live in somewhere else, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. In the white box.
Yeah, quite a big box, I would say. Okay, but what
Yeah.
was a nice experiment, I think so. Cool. Yeah. So just a quick reminder, that's an XTechnology live code. That's when we guys from and girls from XTechnology get together and try to discuss things without too much preparation. Although I know that Andrew prepared quite a lot for today. And we will try to keep it around an hour. So not very tiring, hopefully super exciting. So we discuss different things around IT. And today Andrew will guide us through the Neon database, if I'm saying it correctly. So, Andrew, what is it about?
Uh, Good question. I mean, I'm still quite new, so let me share my screen in a bit. Yeah, so I've created a repo as we usually do with XTechnology when we do some kind of experiments, but most of our projects just experiments about what we're trying to achieve. And yeah, I wanted quite recently I found this Neon database. It exists already, I think about several years. I mean, they started several years ago, and yeah, the main idea behind it, like those guys. First of all, I really thankful for them for the fact that they decided to develop this nice tool in open source, not in private as many do. I really appreciate that. So that actually gave us an ability to try it today. Yeah, so the main idea behind it, they take a Postgres database, which is one of the most popular, I would say, in the world in the world of open source and enterprise as well. They took this database and had an idea. Okay, is there a way to split the whole Postgres instance to the kind of microservices? So one of the service will take care of actually storing data somewhere, and in their case, they allow you to plug in like multiple cloud solutions like S3, Amazon S3, or something like that. Basically buckets, which quite cheap. So you don't need to buy quite expensive SSD disks and extend your Postgre as an instance. Uh, this is like one thing, storage. Another thing is compute. So they divided it into the two pieces, and that actually uh, gave an ability with this. I believe it gives an ability to do a branching. So if you imagine like if you know Git or how it's correctly pronounced, JIT, maybe.
Oh,
Do you know?
yeah, I know Git. Yeah, I mean, I know basic commands which usual data scientist needs.
Yeah, so basically the idea that you have your main branch, and then at some point of time as a developer you decide to uh, fork or
Or-
create another branch from this main branch and start coding your feature or whatever bug fix. And
Mm-hmm.
that is very useful in sense of code, and because then at some point of time you just do it after that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and here pretty much the same idea, but in relation of the database. And the idea is that you also can create like a separate instance of the database, which you can query, you can change, you can modify as you want, basically. And another tool, another thing about it, as they separated compute and storage, they actually can do it quite fast. So they almost giving you an ability. I mean, Neon database gives you an ability like zero cost switching to the new branches, which is I'm really interested in. So I'm keen to try this to really apply in some projects, because it's really interesting technology for the database perspective, for the development purposes. So yeah, pretty much that. Uh, we have
Yeah.
yeah, we have a couple of links here which I found during my previous research, but I didn't have enough time to go through it and basically try it. So today is the day when we're gonna try it. Maybe we
Yeah.
succeed, maybe not, who knows. Yeah. So
So anyways, it's success.
yeah, what do you think about all the concept of these? How do you feel?
Sounds pretty cool. So as I understand, they kind of split the compute and storage technologies of Postgres, and now you can use as storage anything you want. I mean, almost anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the compute will be somewhere where I guess you can also install it to some computes that you have. And regarding the branching, so do they branch the code? I mean, the SQL queries only, and like all the
So yeah,
how to
the
say?
thing is, as your database basically for now is located not in the hard drive of the specific instance, but it's located somewhere in the cloud. I guess then this allows them to just branch from this point of cloud of all the files and do another like way of addition to these files or deletion or whatever, just in a separate instance. Again,
Mhm.
this is kind of from my understanding. Uh,
So this forking works both for queries and the data.
yeah. I mean, the main
Mhm.
idea, you just if you imagine you have a production database, yeah, and as a
Mhm.
developer, you need to you need to do a hot fix of some issue in production, and you are not allowed to connect to production because of security measures or whatever, and you just do a
Mhm.
fork of this database. Like, I mean, for sure it should be something in the middle which clean up some user data and things like that before you can do this. But anyway, you can do a fork, and then using your fork you basically have pretty much the same instance as production, but it's
Mhm.
completely separated, so you can destroy it, you can break it, whatever, and no effect will be applied to production in this case. But also you can
Mhm.
you have an ability to fully reproduce it because it have kind of the same instance of data uh, connected to some
Mhm.
point in time.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I would be really interested how it looks in practice. So I guess we could start doing something. But I actually love Postgres. I think everyone loves it.
Yeah, have
So
you tried something else except Postgres?
I mean, I tried this non-open source things like Oracle, Teradata, all these things that you have to pay, like to buy the whole ship or a train, as they say. It's very expensive. It's pretty cool as well, yeah, but it's expensive. And Postgres, I think it's the coolest open source technology in SQL because there is also like SQLite, but it lacks a lot of functionality.
Hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm not sure what is free out there else.
Yeah, sorry, I just need a couple of minutes while I'm opening all
No worries. Yeah, we can just continue talking. Yeah. So, yeah, still, I'm yeah, I don't think that I get 100% how it happens, because when you fork a database, you need to have like the same amount of storage
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
to be
if
able to
it's
fork.
if you know about S3 buckets and overall
Hmm.
about buckets, basically they give you a kind of a cloud storage with pretty much unlimited. So we just have the you pay for this and you can use as
Yeah.
much as you can. And this could be treated as a hard drive which you can mount to your program and then use it as a
Hmm.
hard drive, but underneath it just API calls creating or removing files instead of real hard drive, pure hard drive. So it's a bit different, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah. And is it somewhat similar to a managed service of Postgre in some clouds?
sorry.
So there are managed service of Postgre, for example, in Azure and AWS as well.
So
Is it somewhat similar?
I don't think so, because I mean, uh, for Neon guys to make to be able to do this change, they actually have to fork Postgres, original Postgres, and then
Mhm.
they use the original binary and also change something like so they separated this val service, which is write ahead login service in a separate instance. So that actually allowed them to not be attached to some specific storage, but be more, uh, you know, robust in sense of what is connected as a storage.
Mhm. Yeah, sounds cool. Sounds cool. Postgres.
Yeah,
Yeah.
share my screen window. Yeah.
Mm. How did you get to know about them?
Uh, good good question. I mean, I have kind of a lot of experiments in DevOps, and one of my experiments to actually to make a way for developers to do a forks of their code. So basically, uh, the main challenge in DevOps to be able quite fast create a separate instance of the code which is connected to the pull request, and then separate instance of the database. So for now, how it works, uh, we do kind of a full backup of the database somewhere in the middle. We do sanitizing of this database, and then we
Mhm.
restore. So for every single pull request, we restore the whole database sanitized without sensitive data. But this process of restoring takes a lot of time, like 1 hour. It could take 1 hour to set up the separate playground for developer, which is really unaffordable. And I started to do a research. I mean, maybe there is a way, and boom, Neon database.
There is.
Yeah. So I
And that,
yeah, I'm really looking for something to try it in practice, in real practice. So that's why I'm really interested to get through it as soon as possible
mhm.
and just play it around.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool, because very often you don't, or we don't have like any normal tools to track what's happening in the databases, both the data and the code. And yeah, it's nice that it could be integrated with Git.
Yeah, so these I just there is several articles I've pinned about this topic. And one of the article actually provides some set of comments. I will just copy it from there so we can go through them.
Mm-hmm.
So the article actually dated, let me check which time it was that. Oh, it's actually quite fresh one.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I mean March of 13 March of this year. So oh wow.
Nice.
So that
It's pretty fresh.
yeah, that should work, I guess.
Yeah, as long as they're not super fast with all the new releases.
Yeah. Let me just add these some.
Do you know if they are new? This Neon?
I mean,
Really?
they are developing this tool for more than 1 year for sure. The
Mhm.
good thing about them, they also partnered with many uh, uh, kind of serverless hostings like Vercel and a couple of others. They partnered as well in sense of providing them a serverless database, which is wow, really nice.
Mhm.
That's why I think they already tested many things and actually get them work. And yeah,
Yeah.
can you see my screen typing?
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so there's
You
probably you will see some
full screen.
suggestions from Copilot. I recently I
Oh,
started use Copilot and very impressed from it.
nice. I think I should also do it.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
the main thing about it. Sorry for spoiling or switching the topic. The main thing.
Yeah.
I once I've been doing a task, something in Go language, and I didn't know how exactly I need to do this task. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that that should be one thing in before created, and then another thing created also. So I did these few things before, and then I go to the function, which had like pretty straightforward name like fetch something from multiple URLs with cancel context something, and that
Mm-hmm.
Copilot, having in mind all the things I've created before, generated me the whole algorithm how to do that. I mean, not the whole one, but still the way where you can start from, and that
Yeah.
actually helped me to to fix it, to start understanding it faster.
Yeah. No, yeah, these things are pretty cool. I recently tried to kind of code with ChatGPT. So I asked it, so I described what I want and asked to produce a version. Then I asked to fix these things and these things. So I think in half an hour, I got a pretty cool script, which really worked without writing any code.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I already
So this
started
is pretty
to
impressive.
repeat. Not sure.
You're making the README more beautiful.
Yeah. So we just can. Sorry for not preparing it.
No problem. That's why we have a code hour.
Yeah, I just wanted to do. Yeah, I think this is the final one.
Neon.
It's quite a few. Oh, okay, just like I think it started to repeat at some point of time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, at least now we have some thing to try it. So yeah, I think first of all we will try just like that, and then if it works, we put it in a Docker compose file. I will create it for
Mm-hmm.
instance Docker compose im again cancel. But for now, yeah, we'll just go through it manually. Okay, I think there is an issue here. GitHub. Where is it? Oh, okay. So the first thing It's gonna be like this.
Mhm.
So if you do a new line in the terminal, you have to put this sign on the end of the line, so it works. Because for now it just says like it's
Yeah,
just something.
consider it a new comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this persona lab that's there, Git, well, no, Git Docker storage, Docker library. Where is yours?
Wow, actually, yeah, good catch. Because I mean, I'm not sure what is the relation about Persona and Neon. I have one friend working on this Persona, and basically Persona works a lot of around databases and performances for it, and I think they
Mhm.
partially, touched this as well, Neon, and created their own build, because Neon for now has like a Neon database something Docker. Here's it.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah, but we will try with this example because it just the whole article about it. So hopefully it's one of the working one.
yeah.
Cannot connect to the Docker daemon. Okay, that's
Ah, Docker's not running.
yeah. I mean, I switch it off from time to time because it's
Yeah,
burning my resources and like the whole
yeah,
computer.
it's very heavy. Okay.
So yeah, we need to wait for a couple of minutes while Docker engine is starting.
Docker is a heavy guy. Yeah. Do you, by the way, use Docker always or some alternatives to it from time to time?
Uh, I would say Docker only. I mean, this is
Hmm.
one of the most popular and has quite big ecosystem around it, which is I really impressed. I mean, I started touching Docker when it's just appeared, I would say, and
Hmm.
I started to get satisfaction from it from the early beginning.
Hmm.
Did you?
I also used only Docker. To be honest, I don't use it like every day, so I don't run something every day. But when I need something containerized, I do use Docker. It's like just recently or not recently, maybe a couple years ago, they did the UI non-free for
Uh huh.
commercial development, and that's why some colleagues of mine switched to other technologies.
Oh, really? I mean,
Yeah.
UI. I mean, I use UI. It's like a Mac version for of UI. Is it non-free?
I don't know about the Mac version, but the Windows version, I think it's not supposed to be used for commercial development anymore.
Uh,
But it's who I mean, the UI is used mostly to observe how many like containers you have running and what are the names, and
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah, yeah.
shut down them easily.
Pretty much the same. Yeah, I mean, one thing about Docker I have for now, like a painful one, I've bought a new laptop and with M1 under
Hmm.
the hood, and I didn't even set up it. You can see some amount of dust on it already.
You want to sell it?
No, I'm still going to do this setup, but the biggest worry I have in my mind, and I know it's proven, there is a couple of issues with images for M1 for Docker especially.
Mhm.
So you need to. So if you don't have an image, you just need to build it yourself, and this kind of not really
Serious
what you.
stuff.
Yeah, not really what something you expect from from
Mac.
doing. Yeah, to run just one command.
Yeah, yeah, it's like back to Linux in the beginning of 2000s.
Yeah, but I
Mhm.
think that quite soon most of the developers or the tools which support these builds will support this fully. So there shouldn't be any issue to use one or another. It's just a new
Yeah.
stack.
Yeah, I think so some colleagues of mine also have these new laptops with M1, and I hear less and less complaints from them about many things. So I guess
What kind of
that's
complaint?
mostly about that something doesn't work, or I don't know, like two external monitors don't work, or
Uh,
there's issues with Docker, or some software is not installing.
uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah, let me just
But it's fast and cool in both senses.
shut down everything else in sense of Docker, so I don't.
You have like farms running around.
Yeah, no, quite that. Yeah, I mean, when I start Docker and there was some projects I've been developing before for work or for whatever, they automatically picked up like previous containers if they were running and start,
Mm-hmm.
eating my resources. A part of eating it's also,
Yeah.
when you do Docker PS or Docker LS, it shows like, whoa, there's many of them. Yeah. So I just quickly remove them and we can do Docker PS. Okay, there is one container about 1 minute ago. It's running.
Oh.
Yeah. I think this code just duplicates the previous one. We have everything written 2 times. Not sure why. So the second one will be this safekeeper. So the first one is storage broker. If we go back to this, let's say, picture.
Mm-hmm. I have the cat fighting against the wardrobe.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry. Going back to the picture.
Yeah, so we just set it up something, I guess something similar to object storage, but located just on our local machine. Basically, we don't connect anything in the cloud yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
let's.
this safekeeper, that's how you said something before the login. It's WA.
Yeah. It's for. I mean, it's something under the hood of Postgre, so it has this uh, WVAL logs. So the idea that this logs is written first
Mm-hmm.
before the real data somewhere in the disk. So you have basically this log writing all the operations you perform on your database, like changes to your database, like modifications, update, inserts, I think. And then you can, in sense of some issue, if your disk goes down at some point of time, you can just replay this on,
Mm-hmm.
on the real disk when it's up. And yeah, this is a separate thing now which takes care of writing all these safely. And you see it's kind of a cluster of them, keeping in safe writing to your page server. But
Mm-hmm.
so for now we executed just storage broker. I guess this is the one
Yeah,
in
object
front of
storage.
object storage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's move on. Try this one. Oh, it's nice. Can you see the button?
Yeah, yeah. So you can directly run it.
I mean, I
But
never
is it a
try. I never
oh,
tried.
is it a feature of Copilot or?
No, I think it's just a feature of IDEA,
Mm-hmm.
which is PHP Storm. So when you press, it opens the new terminal and says like run Markdown and
Yeah,
actually execute it.
pretty nice.
Docker PS. Let's have a look. But
Still,
it's still one. Yeah.
maybe it's in progress.
Let's. Um. Good question. We actually Yeah, that's the problem. Is we run it with -d flag, which basically means that we run it as a daemon.
Detached. Ah,
Yes, yeah, detached. So let's try without this flag. So we are able to see some logs. Broker endpoint. I also wonder where they take these like addresses.
it's local. Or?
I think it's.
Wait,
Let me try to Google.
just creates a UI there. Or?
No, I think it's just binned into this. So first command we run, it's this storage broker.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, let's close it. Let's run the.
Docker. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No, it's a Docker. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Nothing is running. I actually want to run it without, so we can see logs in the
Uh-huh.
terminal. So this one we call storage. This one. This one is going to be safekeeper. Okay, let's run storage broker. See some logs coming out. Maybe not coming
Names.
out.
It's.
Response from.
But you killed it.
Yeah, I'm killed it, but I didn't
License stopped.
remove it, so I
Mm.
probably need to do this because it conflicts with the name. Yeah, now it's start to be. Okay, I think it started. And this one we just called Docker. Play around. Just removing all the paths.
Oh.
Docker PS. Okay, there is one running. All good. Okay, it started. Listening now. Let's try this one. Okay, I think we missed something here. That's the reason.
Mm.
Yes, I guess it's Docker. Yes. Still nothing.
It's in progress. I hope.
Error.
Oops.
Failed
Customers.
to bind to address. Cannot assign request address. Okay. That was my worry. Like I don't know what's this is address about. I think this is something should be the one about like about the Docker internals. So basically we so the idea here to attach to broker endpoint, which is this broker, right? So we need to know this IP address. So let's probably check. Yeah, anyway, let's do this way.
Try the same endpoint, or
Sorry?
you want to somehow try a different endpoint?
No. I want to get into the container and see what is the IP address of it. But I guess. So wait. we used here net host, which means it's binded to the local host, I guess, to the
Mm.
local machine. So if I have a look on there, how to check port is right. Let's start grep listen. Let's check this command out, and the port is no. There is another command.
So if we just change this IP to localhost, won't it work maybe? Quick solution.
Could be. I mean, could be not. But let's try.
Yeah,
What we're gonna
nothing to
what we're
lose.
gonna lose?
So maybe yeah, broker endpoint is what we ran before.
Failed to bint. Actually, no. Actually, it says something different. Failed to bint address. There is another address. Cannot assign requested address. So it cannot. It cannot actually. So it complains about this part, not about the broker endpoint.
Ah,
So what's gonna be if I just say this?
what is L? Nothing.
I have no idea.
Mm.
This is something
Yeah.
some sub command for this
Mm-hmm.
neon database.
Yeah.
Let's try this way. Okay, that's a bit stupid because it cannot run the command, but it still created a container and which conflicts with the name for now.
Hmm.
Here's a
Oh.
container which
Ah,
conflicts.
yeah.
Yeah, so we cannot just we have to remove it first.
Mm-hmm.
Then we try the command.
Something's happening.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
it
everything's
worked.
green. Yeah. Started and good.
Okay.
So really, there is a broker endpoint at this URL?
I'm not sure, but yeah, we can just
Yeah, we can
continue
check.
on this and try to log into the safekeeper. No, I actually wanted to find the port. Right, I'll solve, check the port, 3 ways to find which port is open, agree. I'm just Googling behind.
What open ports?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
also Googling. That's the cool stuff of having many monitors. Or you have only one.
No, I have just one, yeah.
Ah.
The problem. Uh, okay, so here we can see like the theme. So this is a port which was occupied by the first command by this one,
Mm-hmm.
and we can see that it's linked to Docker, and actually the IP address is that is correct. I think this is something like internal IP address of Docker, so
Mm-hmm.
other instances can speak to each other using this address.
Yeah.
Just to check if we really bind to this another port from the second command. But it doesn't know. Hmm,
Yeah.
that's weird. Okay, what's
Mm.
gonna happen in? Oh, it was some error.
It's a warning, not an error.
Push task. Okay, yeah. Transport error. Push task failed. Transport error. Blah blah blah. Unavailable. You're trying to connect TCP. Yeah, so I think it cannot.
Yeah.
cannot connect to this anyway. So
We could try to change it also to local host. No, it's a bad
no,
idea.
I think we actually can start moving this stuff into the Docker Compose, because Docker Compose allow you to have a network, like network
Hmm.
to call another instance using the name just of the Docker Compose entity.
Yeah.
And oh, okay, services. So service is called. Wait, what was it?
I really wanted to help you.
No,
Sanitizer.
something, something not I wanted really. But let's try to help it. Storage broker and
Not that smart.
wait, anyway, image. What image do we have? I will just double this stuff here. Here's the way actually. So we put this into the comment.
Uh-huh.
Not sure how to comment it. This
That,
way, yeah.
uh,
So now it should be aware of what we wanted to. So
uh-huh.
persona, yes.
Uh-huh.
Here you go. Command.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's not command, it's entry point.
Well, it tried.
Yeah, what it does. Storage broker. Okay, cool. And command really minus. Yeah, it tries really. Here we go. Name, entry point, host. Not sure about the host, so I just keep it without it for now.
Mhm.
See, I don't need you. Okay, safe keeper. Don't do this. Safe keeper. Here
Mhm.
we go. Boom.
Boom, boom. How close it is?
Yeah, let's check. Entry point safekeeper. Okay. Latest. It was ID 1 minus D data. And then broker entry point. And here, actually, you see, broker entry point, there is an IP address,
Uh-huh.
right? But
Yeah.
it's
It changed
changed
it.
to the one I have here, which is I really wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
That was my thinking
Oh,
before.
that's
Yeah, to try this way that it should be helpful. And this is what is missing.
smart.
Maybe we just put here
Put it back. Ah,
local
okay. Mm-hmm.
host, and then here we have like listen. Okay, so let's docker docker ps. Sure if it's something like this. Stop all.
I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, almost an hour. We almost run 2 services.
It's okay. It's the life of a software developer.
Yeah, by the way, Igor, yesterday we started a new thing,
Uh-huh.
night coding.
Oh.
So yeah, just feel free to jump. Hopefully every evening or whatever evening I have time or Alex have time, you can
Mm-hmm.
jump and do random coding of your random open source scenes or the things you try.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing at all at preparation, nothing at explanation. You just code.
Wow, that sounds cool. So you stream it or not yet?
Yeah. I streamed it yesterday.
Mm.
Yesterday evening about 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
daytime.
Cool. Yeah,
So
that.
yeah, let's try to run Docker pause. Whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Oh yeah, we forgot something. Wait. We forgot to say that safekeeper actually uh, ends on storage broker, right? So it's not gonna be running starting before.
Uh-huh.
However, you can see it was some time spent before storage broker really started. So I think we
Mm-hmm.
just need to do the same manually.
Okay.
Okay, so for now it started quite fast.
Mm-hmm.
Up and now we're gonna start another one.
Orphan containers.
Yeah.
Love it. Poor containers. Oh, still green.
Yeah, yet, but let's see if it will be able to connect to whatever it tries to connect after.
Mm-hmm.
Because for now they are kind of in the same network,
Yeah.
and they should be accessible, like fully accessible by these addresses. If it's oh, actually, publication started. Blah blah blah. Subscription started. So subscription, I think this is the one connected.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But here no errors for now, so I guess we can continue our path to the step 3.
Yay. Page server.
You can see every time there is a more and more command defined here.
Well,
Like
that's how it's supposed to be.
yeah, like the last one would be the most complicated, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, let's put this one here as well for our help.
Mm-hmm.
I will hide these for an instance. Each server.
Oh yeah,
Image.
took quite a lot, but not everything.
Yeah, I mean, it saves time for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, page server minus t net. We don't need page server entry
Yeah, that's
point, right?
good.
Command data minus c id one minus c broker entry point storage broker. Is the correct one. Minus c listen pg address.
Yeah,
I
here
have
it's
no idea why it breaks here.
maybe
Because
the size of the token for this language model just
yeah,
was
maybe yeah.
too long.
Let's see. It's all like written in a kind of strange format.
Yeah.
Or-
So
Yeah.
C is probably constant.
C, I think
Oh,
it's reference to. Actually, have no idea what it's reference to. Yeah.
whatever. Should we change zeros to storage broker or?
No. Zeros. Zeros means basically that this program will bind to this port on this local kind of local host. This is the same as you write local
Hmm.
host or
Yeah.
similar, not the same.
Okay.
So yeah, we have the third component now. We're gonna open another tool, and we docker compose up page server. So call it page server. How to move it?
You want to move the tab to the left?
Yes.
Mhm.
What? Uh-oh.
Almost.
What's what happened?
No terminal anymore.
No, no. Oh my God. I broke everything. How to just gonna do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh
Not draggable. Yeah. Okay.
no, I think a view mode. Move to no. Tab, something. Do you see something about tab rename? Yeah, move tab left. Okay, cool. Got it.
Ooh. Art.
So it's
Pure orphans.
Paul.
We expected.
Cost
You
bucket.
cannot use single quote. So this. No. Because sometimes we use single quotes, sometimes double quotes.
Uh, good point. Actually, in the original command, it was with the quotes,
Yeah, yeah.
so
And now,
maybe it should be like that.
but I think only around the URL. No, I think the problem is that the URL is not quoted in the broker endpoint.
And
Or
this is another one. Yeah, actually.
mhm. Yeah, we could try like this. But did you put the whole comment into the quotes in previous containers?
No, and it wasn't like this. I think that part it's in the quotes because this minus c means supposed to generate some configuration file first and then
Uh-huh.
run this command based on this configuration. And I think there is something about quotes when you generate this file.
Hmm.
And in
Yeah,
another example, you can see no minus
minus
c.
C. Hmm.
Yeah, so it's just something different.
Yeah, let's try like this.
Let's try. Yeah, let's go. 5 minutes left.
Almost there, almost there. Well,
Okay, no
green, green,
errors.
green.
Let's see here. No
Still green.
enter. All green. What else? What else do we have?
Most interesting part. Oh.
Oh my God. Most interesting
Finally.
part. Last 5 minutes. Yeah. Concept one, tenants, timelines. Okay. Okay, Copilot, do most interesting part now.
Yeah.
So I think this is a repetition. We'll remove this one. Uh, Deploy and compute node with creating new tenant and timeline. Yes, this is what we wanted. So we want to have a separate entry point to our database, and then we want to fork this. separate entry point at some point of time. So we will create. Actually, yeah, this is. Can you see it? It says
Yeah.
like it depends on which
Yeah, but
I basically forgotten to put these.
mhm.
So if I start it all together, it's gonna be a problem. So it depends on broker storage for sure, and yeah, only this one.
But still you did it manually, right? You're running it in different
Yeah, so
tabs.
compute. Uh, yes, let's go. Need to check compute shell. Cool. Port. So here we'll also bind some ports. Works. Depends on page safer and page keeper. Right.
Is it?
Safekeeper's address and page server address. Yeah, all seems good.
Yeah.
Another terminal. Compute. Move top left.
Smart.
Docker. Compose up. Compute. While it's creating, we're just gonna check what's left. This will create lightweight Postgres instance, compute node, accessible by the port, and you could connect to the instance with a normal PSQL S. That's a good thing to try. Deploying compute node with the existing tenant and timeline.
So no containers anymore, I guess. Oh no, wait, something is.
Yeah, it's still creating. Oh, actually, why? I see it's recreated page server. What's going on? Let me check Docker. Yes. This should be, yeah, you can see was
Abandoned, yeah. Oh, stopped.
using, it just stopped without any,
But
uh,
maybe
notification.
this last command did run another page server?
I mean, it's running, it just restarted for some point. So this command actually asked to be restarted. You must specify a host to connect to quitting. I think this means not very good thing. Waiting, waiting page server become ready. Some file, PG version 14. What this is this port about? But anyway, let's try to connect to Postgre. Maybe it just works. Not sure.
A compute should create a compute or connect to compute.
Yeah, so we connect on this port. Just publish it by compute. It says connection to server closed on. I think we need to fix first to move further. See, there is a plenty of things running this port, like 6400.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a problem about it. Server. Page server here.
But I- Is it creating a host or it's connecting to the host? This compute.
So this scene,
Something like.
yeah, this scene, NC is trying to check if this port is open, and I
Mm,
guess it just gets that it's not open and just continue trying to find it and while it's open. But I'm not
mhm,
sure which on which instance it should be open, like on the compute one or safekeeper one,
mhm.
because you can see all of them uses this port.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is time to wrap up.
Yeah, yeah. It's was a pretty cool technical session, Andrew. Thanks a lot. I'm now in this back solving mode where I have some feeling of the things are not done and you want to finish them. But thanks a lot for guiding us through this neon thingy. Do you want to continue sometime
Yeah,
afterwards?
yeah, I think we just need to go back to this, and I guess the issue somewhere in some pretty thin. We just need to fix it and figure out how what's the next.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you very much for joining. It was really interesting to go through it with you, get some questions, interesting ideas. So yeah, see you next
yeah,
Saturday maybe.
yeah.